Yes. And there I am in all my purple lovely garb. And we're going to bring on the man who has a hankering for blue. I always thought he was a red, but no. The truth is, he is a blue. Here he is. Ew. There you go. Statsman in the blue t-shirt. See that? Look at me, Silver Fox, in the grey.
Evening.
I've
just about made it.
Have you gone blind?
Who said that? Sorry if we're a little touch late.
You sounded like Tommy Cooper then. Who said that?
Who said that? Yeah,
I saw a
apologies for being
plastic surgeon the other day. I saw a plastic surgeon the other day. He looked real. Stupid these old jokes are. Yes, have you been... what have you been doing to be going blind?
Oh, this and that. You know what they say. There wasn't that. But I made it anyway. Just about. Whoosh, sorry for a little bit late.
Well, it has gone darker. I've noticed it.
I've not had time for that.
No, been busy, have you?
Never mind.
So you're not going to enlighten us? Well,
there'll be another one at some point. It's not even a full eclipse anyway, so loads of people are going to hurt their eyes for nothing. So.
Well, let's remind everybody. Sound parental advice.
If you don't stop lying, you'll become a Labour MP.
No!
Yes, you will if you keep this up.
I don't want to be one. Where?
Then you have to stop lying.
Now, when she grows up, she could be a bloke, according to Labour.
She could be a bloke now. There's no rules, is there?
No rules whatsoever.
Look, can't be, can there? As soon as one person said I identify as something I'm not, that's the floodgates opening, isn't it? Anyone can,
Well, the cartoons are flying. Now, I don't know the name of the guy who did this, but I like it. And I'm going to try and find out and get it through. But look at this.
Everybody down! This is a bank robbery!
This is a credit union!
Oh my goodness!
Not again.
Pride Month was a huge success, Mayor White. The homosexuals loved it.
That's awesome to hear. And how are we doing on our DEI initiatives?
Great. The fire department just hired 3 trans-black homosexual lesbians of color. And the Pilots Association just...
Mayor White, there's been a bank robbery on 3rd Street.
A bank robbery? On 3rd Street?
Technically, it's a credit union.
Who cares? We need to call Racism Man. Now.
Racism Man?
Racism Man.
Who's Racism Man?
He's a local superhero.
Racism Man.
And he fights racism?
No, he's racist.
Like, really racist.
Really, really racist.
He's a monster.
But he's a great superhero. He saved the Abrams sisters from that house fire. Called them horrible slurs the entire time. But he did save them.
He may be racist, but he's damn good. And right now, he's our only hope.
Are you sure? I mean, we don't have any units in the area?
No.
How is that possible?
Remember? You fired half the police department and replaced them with social workers.
Don't you want to consider the structural reasons you fell into a life of crime?
Oh, right. I did do that. What about the 3 trans-black homosexual lesbians of color we just hired?
That was the fire department, not the police department. Also, they're all dead. They died in a fire Monday.
I don't think we should be involved with Racism Man at all.
Possible shots fired at the bank on 3rd Street.
It's a credit union.
Call him. Call Racism Man.
Is that Racism Man?
Don't point at me, you rotten
Holy shit, it is him!
And you d***y-eyed face.
How do you even see out of those things? Awesome!
Dick Sizemore here,
Along with Sonny Milkerton.
and we've got some breaking news.
2 bank robbers have taken hostages at the Pleasantville Bank. Sources say Racism Man is en route.
I think I speak for everyone when I say today, we need racism. Man.
Lily Smoke Show is on the scene. Lily?
3 suspects are holding up the Pleasantville Credit Union.
What do you think?
It's funny, isn't it?
I've got to find out more about this guy. You know, you look at him. He's going in. He's calling everybody out. Doesn't matter who it is, what it is. He's calling them all out.
He says a man!
Hey, it's over.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God.
I'm alive! It's over. It's over!
Wait! Don't you all think maybe this isn't okay? You know what kills more people than bank robbers each year?
Racism. If we let ourselves get rescued by Racism Man, then we're complicit in... Girl, move! I gotta go to work.
This is Dan Preference with the Pleasantville Evening News.
I just love it. Whoever it is, whoever's done it. I was just sent this link and I got it and I just thought, oh, we've got to have it. So he's going to be a new feature. Do you think Racism Man, do you think that's Alex Phillips' word for Rupert Lowe?
Could be, actually, couldn't it?
We need Racism Man. We need him. Come on, Rupee. Step up to the plate. You've got to put on a cape.
Exactly. Maybe Racism
What do you
Man
think?
got mugged by a black...
It's funny, this.
Okay. Well,
Someone's
I
gone
just
through
thought...
a lot of effort to make this, haven't they? It's
I
not easy
know.
to make
I
an
know.
animation.
So, I mean, I hope we're not breaking any copyright, but I just thought it was fantastic.
It never
So-
stopped us in the past, does it?
No, so I'm going to find out who it is. Okay, and I'm just going to make sure that everybody knows. Oh, look, she's got the Palestine garb on. Oh my God!
Is that
Anyway,
him when he's not? Is that him when he's not Racism Man?
yeah.
Married to a Palestinian. Makes sense.
Oh look, what did he do with the Jews? Wait a minute. Well, let's just see what he did with those.
Don't know. Was that going to get us in trouble?
I don't know.
Wow, it's Racism Man!
Jew.
I always forget he's
I'll
anti-Semitic.
probably upset them, yeah.
Hey, it's
You know, he didn't go too heavy. He didn't go too heavy on the Jews, did he?
No, he didn't. He didn't. But anyway, okay, let's move on. And they were talking about El Salvador the other day, and putting people in prison in El Salvador or sending them there. Look at this, Nick Shirley, that American reporter. He's good. He went to this prison in El Salvador, and look what they're doing, making them do.
Is a prison here inside of El Salvador, and each and every single person you see right now in this video are prisoners, and they made this factory so that way they can now use this factory to create new clothes, one for the prisoners, for the schools, for the government themselves, the hospitals, anything they need, they can now use it and make it here inside of El Salvador versus having to go get it from a country like the United States or China, helping create a more self-sufficient El Salvador. And each and every single day that a prisoner is working here inside of this factory, they then get 2 days taken away from their sentence. So imagine you have 10 years on your sentence, and by working in here, you can get your sentence reduced all the way down to 5 years. Technically, if you work for 5 years inside of this prison, you are then going to get your time cut in half every single day you work inside of one of the systems they have here set in El Salvador. It is actually pretty amazing. And what price would you personally pay on 2 extra days of your life? Imagine you are sentenced to 10 years in prison. By working in a place like this, you can then get 5 years of your life back, and you can learn a new skill while you're at it. Obviously, it's not ideal to be a prisoner. However, here in El Salvador, they are helping the prisoners rehabilitate themselves into society, helping them be able to get a new job if they were to decide to go in fields like this when they're done with their time here in El Salvador. Nayib Bukele is really changing the country here in El Salvador. It is quite amazing to see.
Well, what do you think? What are your comments on that? I mean, can you imagine getting anybody in the prisons over here working like that?
It's a good idea, isn't it, actually? Just a bit about letting them out early, not so much.
Well, yeah, but
look, if they are rehabilitated, but I mean, it's be difficult with some of them. But
well, I mean, who knew that these gang members had something creative about them?
Well, when you say we'll knock 5 years off, mate, out pops the creativity, doesn't it? I'll do anything. Yes.
Well, it adds a new meaning to working for your freedom. I think that they should bring something in like that in this country, in a big style. I mean, look at that. That is industrial. No wonder they want us to send our prisoners or our people or our illegals over there. They're going to put them to work. Oh, it's against the human rights over here. Oh, yeah.
There's got to be some harder work than sewing, though, hasn't there?
Well, yeah.
Got to make them sweat a bit. Oh,
breaking rocks. Water, boss. Water.
See, we could kill 3 birds with 1 stone, couldn't we? We could have them all working. We could have them all in jail. And then maybe they could do something a little bit more advanced, like, I don't know, make loads of drones. In fact, don't teach them that. What am I thinking?
Talking about technology, did you see that we got the world land speed record, JCB?
No.
With a hydro engine. Hydrogen.
Ooh.
Hydrogen. And it is British engineering.
I mean, there you go. So we got the fastest.
Yeah.
We just haven't got any that we make ourselves. Like,
well, we have. And
it's all these foreign cars, isn't it?
Well, they're saying, the boss of JCB are saying that hydrogen is the way to go because it just produces water as a byproduct, which is great. Now, if they've made the fastest machine on Earth from a hydrogen engine that they built themselves, that's saying something. You can't take that away from them.
There's probably quite a few people who work for JCB, so you can't make all them disappear now, can you? So...
Massive JCB, massive company. I don't even know why they're still here in the country. I mean, they are big.
Why is anyone still here, to be honest with you?
Oh, don't. I saw something, I saw a meme before of a young lady on holiday, and she doesn't want to come back. She doesn't want to come back. Okay. Anyway, did you know that we haven't paid a debt to the US? We reneged on it.
Which one?
Have a listen.
You know we've never paid off our debt to the United States, the First World War.
Second World War.
I did not know.
No, most people don't. And in fact, when I tell them, they say, no, it can't be true. We paid it off the other day. What we paid off the other day was actually our Second World War debt.
Yes.
The First World War debt, we stopped payments on it in 1934, and we haven't paid a penny since or any interest. We actually defolted on it.
Oh, jolly good.
It's one of the most undiscussed scandals in modern history. The Americans absolutely remember. You can get the Treasury to admit it if you try. And there has actually been a book about it, a rather good book called The Long Shadow of Default, which I recommend to anybody. But we actually remain in debt to the United States for the First World War.
And
come and get it, bro. Come and get it.
They won't do it, okay? They won't do it because we're too busy spending the money on illegal migrants. Did you see the size of that boat?
You can't be calling it the small boat crisis anymore, can you? When you can fit, how many was on it?
No,
200 or something, was it?
Yeah, it was massive. 230.
Wow, that's a ship. The ship crisis.
Well,
what are they going to be doing next? Just filling oil tankers full of them?
No, actually, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be sending one of the ferries. The Liverpool ferries. We're going to be sending one of those.
May as well. I thought, trying to remember his name now. What's his name? That Prime Minister bloke.
Andy.
Mikhail Bernachov. That's him, isn't it?
That's the one.
That's him, yeah. Mikhail Bernachov.
Uh-huh.
Struggle to remember his name. He's not going to fix it either, is he? Apparently, we're all in it together. We've got to all play our part.
Right, yeah.
Well, you can open up number 10, north and south, and they can all go and live there. Fraud.
Well, you know that every one of them that come across, it's either an engineer, a doctor, or some form of a surgeon or a dentist. You know it, okay? Here's another guy that hit the news, and this has got to be the pinnacle of the mistake of DEI.
So Jason Arde, the Forrest Gump or Chauncey Gardner of Cambridge, has resigned under a perfect storm of plagiarism allegations and a fabricated CV. But this is not the end of the story. It is just the beginning. This is a national scandal involving our universities, DEI programs, the police, the BBC, and leading figures in academia, media, and politics. And it has exposed how rotten and incompetent they and our institutions are. Now, I won't bother to list all of Arde's boasts. You've heard them all before. The highlights, of course, are the 600 miles he ran in 6 days.
Doesn't that sound like somebody that we know with the name of Steve? Sorry, Steve, your secret is out.
600 miles in 6 days.
That's it.
Would put him into the elite tier of athletes. The 30 marathons he ran in 35 days, which raised £5 million, apparently, but for which there is no evidence whatsoever. His time at Crystal Palace Football Club. His appearance on the famous 7-Up documentary series, a TV show for which the basic requirement was to be alive 20 years before Arde was born. Then there's the charity work he did overseas, for a charity that never sends people overseas. And of course, there was the shoddy academic work and the lifting of huge chunks of text. Some call this plagiarism. As an academic, he was substandard. As a fantasist, he was a world champion. Now he is gone.
There you go.
Do you know
How do people like that suddenly get on into such magnificently paid jobs?
I don't know. You mentioned the charity that never sends people overseas. Who was that? The Home Office. It's just all taking it and no give. We're going to give some back. We're going to give some to El Salvador. Why? Just send them back where they came from.
I just can't.
Anyway, this guy, they're a meme, the left, aren't they? It's always them faking the CVs and that. You know what I mean? And all this charity bollocks.
Well, they did it. I mean, the government is made up of people that faked their CVs.
Yeah.
A business secretary that was never in business said he was a solicitor, didn't he?
Yeah, just look at the calibre of these people in the universities as well. I mean, we were watching a debate there, weren't we, on the show last week?
Yep.
Where we were informed the whole committee are South Asian. So much for integration. None of them said they were British or they wanted to fit in. It was all South Asian and a Palestinian Muslim president.
Oh, you've just reminded me.
All the institutions are just hijacked, aren't they? And then if you say they've hijacked the institutions, oh, no, they're not. No, that's racist.
You just reminded me.
Saying it though, aren't they? The way they said, Tommy Robinson's basically lucky to be here and safe because of all the South Asians and the Palestinian Muslim. It's like, really?
Best
well, if you
clip.
all weren't here, then he wouldn't have a problem, would he? So
best clip from it. Best clip. Okay, you reminded me.
52% compulsory halal. I could go on and on and on and on. But most important to me is the free speech of this. So let's get this out, shall we?
Squeaky bums!
78% of British Muslims believe that no publication should publish pictures of Muhammad. An overwhelming majority. That rises That rises to 87%. That's 9 out of every 10 Muslims that are walking the streets today in a country which absolutely abandoned blasphemy laws.
Fidgety, oh shit.
They're looking
Suspicion
around
is not
saying,
strong
right,
enough
we've
a
got
word.
that. Do that.
The West should resist Islam in the strongest terms on free speech grounds alone. So here we are with this cartoon, right? And it's time to show that I will not submit. I will not adhere to the religious laws of far-off places. Now, my wife asked me not to show this for fear of repercussions in my family, but I told her that if I did not, then I had already submitted to Islam. So here we are.
Is it not enough that half the team that invited you to this debate were Muslim women who wanted to hear out your expression and your arguments? Is it not enough that I, as a Muslim president, have invited you to this chamber to give your arguments? Is that not enough justification and evidence for you to believe that we do believe in free speech? I would not become the president of a free speech society if not for that.
Thank you, Alex. Oh, well, may I? Thank you very much. May I finish? Excuse me.
A point of order having been raised, I will hear the ex-librarian.
It's a long time since I've been in this chamber and knew the rules off by heart. But in the House of Commons, and we model ourselves on the House of Commons, props are not allowed. I wonder whether the rule on props is the same in the Oxford Union.
Very clever move.
I thank the honourable gentleman for his point of order.
Excuse me, for 1 second.
One moment.
In the absence...
Mr. Fox,
I cut this bit out when we listened to it last time.
The ex-president is also raising a point of order, I think.
Just it's helpful to inform the ex-librarian and others, at least my 4 years involved with society, that ban was not extended and didn't seem to apply to Israel or Palestine.
Thank you. So, right. I just want to wrap this up.
I am going to rule on the point of order. There is no bar in the forms of the House against the use of props. However, I would encourage Mr. Fox to make the point and move on.
I was until points of order. So it is in that spirit that I will not submit that I show you this as an Englishman who believes in free speech.
Beautiful.
I will not submit. I will not bow down.
A second ago.
Beautiful.
Right. So, I think which rather proves the point I was trying to make.
Wasn't that fantastic? He had them right on the edge of their seats because they were all worried that if he did show a picture of the Prophet, they would also be in the firing line.
Massively, because a lot of them have actually took a lot of stick. Those South Asians, Muslims, or whatever on the committee, and but they've took the stick because they wanted to beat the far right in a debate, didn't they? So they won't have got that.
But what I want to know is how have they got control? This is what they seemingly are doing at every level of society. They're taking control of particular positions. And then she's turning around, she's saying, I, as a Muslim president, who gives a shit whether you're Muslim or not?
They do. That's the problem. But the left keep telling us these people, they're integrating, they see themselves as British. No, they're constantly telling us they're not. So, I mean, again, funny way of not taking over a land by all coming over and claiming to be other people.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
And then Tommy's got to bow down to you because you've allowed him to come here and you've kept him safe. And as I said before, if none of them were here, he wouldn't have the problem, would he? So.
Okay. Well, you sent a number of articles through for the show tonight, and this is one of them. And this is Farage on counter-terrorism and the Widdicombe murder. Now, I want you to tell us what you think is going on behind the scenes here, because some of this is sounding quite serious.
Most of the media organisations in this room called me a liar. Remember that vividly. Half of you in the room called me a liar. But the truth is, there was an investigation into this, and clearly, counter-terrorism made some mistakes, which is why they've referred themselves to the Independent Office of Police Complaints. I understand this is a completely unprecedented move. And yes, this is directly linked to the murder of Anne Widdecombe. And I'm afraid I just can't tell you any more than that at this stage. It's a great tragedy that it took the death of Anne for the security services in Britain to finally take seriously the safety and security of reform politicians and reform prominent figures. Up until that moment, we had been treated very differently to everybody else. For example, 4 days after the murder of Charlie Kirk, I had nearly all of my security removed from me. We have been ignored, our situation has been undervalued, but I'm not going to say anything now to prejudice, because I do actually believe in my heart that counter-terrorism are now seriously doing this job, and I have confidence in them. I'd love to tell you more. It will come out, but I just dare not breach that trust and confidence with counter-terrorism at this stage. Thank you.
Right, Mark, what do you think is going on there?
Oh, I think exactly what he said's going on, mate. They've not took the threat seriously. And not because they're bad at the job. It's political, isn't it, obviously?
So they know that so they're saying, is he saying that the murder of Anne Widdecombe is a political thing?
I mean,
I know he's not saying it directly, but is that what he's hinting at?
Again, we have to guess, don't we? Because we're not being told the information. The person who's allegedly done it, I think everyone suspects it as being political, don't they?
Right. Okay.
Do you just drive a car all that way just to kill a political figure and then go home? It's not a robbery. It's not a. I don't think it would he knew her personally, but from what I'm hearing, I don't know if it's true or not, but I think the threat was actually on Farage to begin with.
Right.
And then maybe the guy's chosen a different target. I don't know. It's just
Or
what
he
we've
could
been
have chosen an
hearing.
easier target.
Yeah, it's just what we've been hearing in the media. So, again, like Farage says, we don't know until there's a trial or there's some kind of court case.
So he's hinting that something is going to come out.
Again, is the person who's done it, is he the actual culprit? He's been charged. We still don't know, do we? They're not looking for anyone else anymore.
No.
We could probably safely say they should have the right man. You've got to be careful what you say, haven't you?
Well, the only reason why you would refer yourself to some form of an investigatory body would mean or imply that you have done something wrong.
Yeah, which means does it mean we're just, again, we're told not to speculate, but we haven't got a choice.
Well, he did say that. They have referred themselves to the IOPC.
Which means they've made they must have made some kind of error, surely.
Yeah.
And if it's an error where they knew what this guy was up to or they had suspicions of him and then he's gone on to do something, then that's a huge error, if that's the case. But again, with the Southport thing, Farage knew a little bit more, didn't he, behind the scenes on what was going on.
Yeah.
And then months and months down the line, you got the ricin and the Al-Qaeda manuals, and the fact is he was just stocking up weapons and his family couldn't, well, they did care, but they didn't do anything. Yeah. Again, does he know a little bit more? It sounds like he knows a lot more, to be honest, with this one. I think he knows pretty much all the ins and outs of this, and it's written all over his face, mate, that there's a huge threat.
Yep. Now, I don't think that politicians should be under the threat against their lives for what they believe. I don't think they should.
The problem we've got here is if because again we've got to speculate because they're all talking code. If there was some kind of mistake by counter-terrorism and that allowed the murder of Anne Widdecombe, and they're still not telling everyone exactly when on and who the threat is and how serious the threat is, where it comes from, then are other people still at risk?
Yeah, I get it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
I think it's about time they came out now and updated the public on what they know. Look, it's totally different in America. Stuff going on with the Charlie Kirk thing, you know loads of it.
Yeah.
They're releasing stuff as it goes along. There was stuff coming out before
Well, they released the film of that guy on the roof.
A lot of it was released
Straight
before
away.
the guy was even really in a proper court hearing. So,
yeah,
again, I think we need to change things. I think that this is massively in the public interest.
Yeah,
especially if you're a political figure.
Well, here's
know what's really going on and what the risk is and what's the threat.
Here's something else which is in the public interest, and this is a big story that you sent, and it's about Alex Phillips and what is going on. I mean, here's a little bit of it, and then we'll go further into it. Same as like people like Mike Graham, and there's just something not quite right. So here's Alex Phillips.
I got a massive pile, and I still get abused left, right and centre by the thugs and the misogynists and the psychopaths who seem to support that party. Well, good. Finally, the establishment media have caught up with me, because I was rather alone in the world at one point, and even though I genuinely, when I did that interview, and when I also pointed out, because yes, it was little old me that first reposted Charlie Downs suggesting that Mr Farage had been bought by the Jewish Alliance, I actually said to other journalists, as you do, journalists speak to one another, have you not seen this? Do you not see the poison? Have you not noticed the toxicity, the dangerous rhetoric here that's going to spill out at some point into something extremely ugly? Is it not worth holding in check? And I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter which organisation I spoke to, none of them were interested. I'll say it on the record now. I sent those posts to Chris Mason. I love Chris Mason, the BBC. He's a great man. But I sent those social media posts to him months and months ago. I sent that to one of the senior political editors of The Mail. I sent that to people at The Telegraph. I sent, because I was so concerned about it, I sent this to people. None of them cared.
These are 6 months ago, these posts, aren't they?
So I'm glad, finally, people are on top of it now, because this stuff is worrying.
Okay, well, Mark, explain, what is worrying?
The problem is she's on an all-out attack, and she's not the only one, but we'll come to some other people in a minute.
There was tons of them, wasn't there?
You got some of the screenshots to hear some of the
stuff.
stuff.
So I thought you sent those for my information. I didn't realise you wanted them on screen.
One sec, I'll...
Sorry, Mark. My apologies, sir. I've got this.
So... Well, there you go. That just about sums it up, really.
There you
go. So she's allowed to literally go on Talk TV and on Twitter, and Grok's documented some examples. So she called Rupert Lowe a disgusting, pompous old pig, a sexist, an old dinosaur, a prat, a rambling old egomaniac, branding his opponents pathetic charlatans, anti-democratic fraud, a twat. Not a very nice word. Describing Restore supporters as a brainwashed cult of narcissists, psychopaths and incels. And on and on and on and on. Oh, the most repugnant anti-woman dinosaur misogynistic movement in UK politics. The manosphere, incels for Britain. Mini cretins. On and on and on and on. And there's someone's made a nice little meme of it there. So she has the cheek, John, to put tweets out like this. I highly recommend anyone mildly tempted by Restore takes a tour of the comments on my timeline. Most make Andrew Tate look like the Dalai Lama. Ooh. Have we got the Dalai Lama video? Because that's interesting.
Oh, no. Well, I'm sorry about that. And I'll tell you the reason why was because the audio, was left and right. And it wasn't very clear.
We don't want left audio. Basically, the Dalai Lama did an interview where he supports remigration from people back out of Europe, born from Europe. So I think Alex Phillips needs to give her head a little wobble here when she's making comparisons to him. I mean, honestly, the irony of this, well, I'm being attacked, when the diatribe coming from her mouth was disgusting. Some will go down.
Why is she doing this?
I don't know, mate. I think she's got restored derangement syndrome or something, John. There's something wrong with her, mate. Her head's fell off. And I mean fell off. And that is a Bell Oakshaw. But there's a pattern here. So Restore's been called a Tory psyop now for quite some time. Yet now Alex Phillips is admitting to literally working with the mainstream establishment media, or running to them anyway to try and get them to write a story on these horrible people. She's in the Tory graph. So there's been a constant attack.
The Telegraph, yeah.
In the Telegraph for a week or two now. There's been all these commentators like Oakshott, Mike Graham, Alex Phillips.
Oh, I've got something on Mike Graham.
Absolutely hammering Restore, right? But they're all hypocrites, John.
Okay, well, here's something about Mike Graham, all right, and so that we don't forget who he is.
But you don't see very many English people there anymore.
Certainly, we're in short. The indigenous British people will be a minority in England by 2060.
And London is different.
How is it different?
It's different because it is now full of people from somewhere else. And it didn't used to be, you know? It used to always have, as every big city has, it had an attractive kind of immigrant aspect to it. But now, white people are in the minority. 38%, I think, of white English
people are
in London, you know?
Our capital city, London, we are a minority there.
Are you sure?
Who's
told you that?
When I say white people,
who's told you that?
Listen, Mike, it's all over the internet.
Oh, it's all over the internet, right?
So
well, there's a lot of things all over the internet.
But you don't see very many English people there anymore.
I say he's two-faced.
Well,
He says one thing and then talks another.
Well, he's doing another one. He's put out a tweet. Good to see the intelligent people drawing out the scum of the right who are of no use. And that he's retweeted Oakshott slagging off Restore and Rupert.
Well, how can he talk like that?
That's the point I'm going to make. These very people who moan about all these problems are now turning on the people who are actually the most vocal about the problems.
Yeah.
It's like they've all shot the pants. And, oh my God, there's something going on. So at the same time we're being called a Tory psyop, they've got these commentators and these let's call them media personalities, and the likes of the Telegraph and everyone now trying to scupper a deal between Restore and Reform. I mean, if something says Tory psyop, hello, you know what I mean. So the cap fits, dickheads. Now these people.
Oh, there's definitely something going on.
I used to watch a lot of these people: Hartley Brewer, Alex Phillips, Mike Graham. They used to talk sense until you get into the future, and then you play back their words from the past. Now they don't make any sense at all, mate, because he seems to be all patriotic. They seem to know there's a problem and want to fix the problem. Yeah, shafting the people who actually come out and say it. And Alex Phillips can bang on about all this misogyny and all this bullshit, but I go down messages, and the majority of people are just calling her out and absolutely hammering her with, hypocritical rantings. Yeah. Yes, there are people on there who might call her a silly woman but is that misogynistic? Because isn't that a hatred of all women? There is a few on there that are probably uncalled for, where they've AI'd her into a Jew or something like that. You know what I mean? Or they're all taking the piss out the fact she put a tweet out saying
she's a handsome woman. She is a handsome woman.
They're all taking well, not all, but some people are taking the piss out the fact that she says she's never been out with an English man. She picks foreigners and stuff. So, I mean, she's just opened the goal, moved out the way, and stuck 1,000 footballs in front of it, mate, and everyone's just smashing it in the back of the net.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, I think that deal is dead in the water anyway. So,
well, the only guy...
And thanks to these people who've never backed it in the first place anyway. So when the politicians actually tried to... it was Fantasyland, it was never going to happen, but, you know, Rupert tried, and then maybe Nigel did it first, and it's just gone to shit. While all these little idiots, they've actually got no part in the politics. They're just coming out and ruining everything. So well done, dickheads. I mean, not to say he's a Tory psyop, like ruining the deal between Reform and Restore, does it?
Well, here's one guy that basically uses journalism to annihilate, and he does it on both sides. And this is just great stuff. I mean, Nick Ferrari, you know, his team is just brilliant.
130 people on one large dinghy. The policies are failing, Angela Rayner.
It's appalling and abhorrent what's happening, and the Home Secretary has already taken steps.
Look at the way that she's gripping that mic and how nervous she is. I mean, that microphone is bouncing around. Just watch the mic.
To crack down on these small boats and the criminal gangs that are bringing people over.
They're not working, Angela Rayner, are they? When I see photographs like that, if the French won't stop a boat that is larger than a double-decker bus, why are we giving them £1 billion?
Well, the Home Secretary renegotiated the deal that is on payment on results with the French, and we're seeing results. We're seeing the small boat crossings down. They're down the lowest since, I think, 2020. So we are seeing results, but I absolutely agree it's abhorrent.
What is it about them all now? They've got to look grown up. They've got to talk grown up. Everything. Have you noticed the change in the looks and everything about them? You know, we're grown-ups now.
Still don't look like or sound like grown-ups. What's abhorrent? What about it? What does she mean? The fact that we're letting them flood over here to demographically replace us, or the fact that these poor refugees are put on poor boats and they, oh my God, which is the abhorrent bit? And she doesn't say. It's like Burnham, oh yes, we're going to sort this problem out, and then says we all need to take our fair share. That's not sorting the problem out. That's letting it continue, is it not? Like, when's it going to take our fair share of what? The ones who are here, and you're going to stop any more, or is it just going to be a constant flow and we'll all take our fair share while none of them do?
Well, I picked up on a few of the things.
2.5 years.
Yeah, well, Burnham is our main story of the evening, and obviously he's going around the country. And this is the kind of crap that he's putting out. I mean, look at this.
Ever tried to cancel a subscription and wondered why it's so much harder than signing up for one? Well, I'm changing that. From January, businesses will have to make subscriptions easier to cancel and warn you before they renew. I'm also cracking down on fake discounts, because if something is advertised as being half price, then it should actually be half price. These things cost you money, and let's be honest, they are very annoying. They are just the start of our everyday fixes to make life a bit fairer and put a bit more money back into your pocket.
No, it's not just that. I mean, look at this. He's talking about...
Before you do, mate, I forgot. Out of all the subscriptions I've ever done, I forgot one. And you know what? It's actually quite good. And that was £20. So, tell you what, lad, you've saved me, mate. You saved humanity. Look, if someone takes up a free subscription for something and forgets to cancel it, that's their fault. What's Andy Burnham going to do? And you know, if you forget to cancel it, you can still go to them. Like, you've got time, and you can say, oh, sorry, I forgot to unsubscribe. And they go, no problem. Have you ever tried it? Because I have loads of times. But this one, I forgot. I just kept... I was like, okay, this is quite good, actually.
Well, this is just, again, buying time. It's just, tampering... around the edges with the main things. I mean, here's another one. I mean, listen to this crap.
Do you ever look at your high street now and think, who actually asked for this? Another vape shop, another betting shop, an adult gaming centre, another dodgy business opening where something useful used to be. It's just not on, and I am doing something about it. I'm giving local people and councils more control over what opens on their high streets, and more powers to rein in the unwanted businesses that just aren't good for our communities. For too long, Westminster stood by and watched as the life drained from high streets across Britain. That changes now. This government is committed to restoring our high streets and bringing back hope.
Why doesn't he give control to the people to say, when a council turns around and says, you're going to have to register your car in order to go to take stuff to the tip? And you're only going to be allowed to do it 30-something times a year. I mean, why doesn't he do something to give people the power to turn around to the council and say, you shove that policy right up where the sun doesn't shine because we pay for this crap. And the only thing that we get is our bins taken away. And then when we have more rubbish, you're trying to stop us or make us pay to actually take more of it to the tip? Gosh, they're going to kiss it. Why doesn't he do something like that?
Is he just making this shit up, John?
No,
somebody's
when you go to apply
when you go to apply for a license for, I don't know, whatever it is, an off license or one of these vape shops, or you want planning permission, or who'd you go to, mate?
The council.
What's it got to do with him? More powers. More powers. Sorry, the council round here voted our borough as a borough of sanctuary, and we're just getting flooded.
Yep.
Which means there's probably people who shouldn't be here getting put before the natives.
Getting employed in those vape shops.
How about some powers to stop that, dickhead?
Yep,
We're working on the vape shops. You wouldn't believe that. The council have upped the game actually now, and they've started shutting a few down for illegal products and underage
sales. Yeah, but that's only because other people are putting pressure on them.
Yeah, that's because the likes of Reform and Restore locally are screaming and shouting about it, mate, and so's half the town.
Yeah.
But the problem is they're only shutting them for 3 months. And you're only looking at trust me, I know, because I'm dealing with this. There's going to be some FOIs going in soon. There's way more shops than they're actually investigating, like a lot more. So they're only clamping down on a small bit of it. And then where's the punishment? Where's the deterrent? Oh, it's all right, we'll be open again in 3 months. We have a little fine of a few £100 for illegal vapes, and then they're still open the same day.
Yeah.
They really need to go into it. Like, what are these businesses? Why do people who own some of these chains of vape shops just closing businesses, opening businesses, closing businesses, opening? We all know why, don't we?
Yeah.
I think we really need to go harder into this. And then, yes, we've all noticed our areas changing. If you go down Ellesmere Port, I'm going to be totally honest, I was down there today. I didn't feel like I was in Ellesmere Port at times, mate.
No, it feels like you're in, a United Nations building. That's what it feels like. And also, I hear so many different languages going into one of the supermarkets down there at the bottom end. It really is that way now.
The strange thing is I've lived abroad and I've lived in a ghetto where it literally was me and about 2 or 3 of my other English mates who looked like me. People were quite friendly. Never really had a problem. In fact, I don't remember ever having a problem with anyone in the area going into shops and things like that. But you're going into some of the shops around here and very rude. Some people.
Well, the other thing is that,
for instance, I go in the chippy and they're all they're polite and they say hello, thanks, and bye. You go in the convenience shop next to it, not so much. If they're asked to look up from the mobile phone, they'll serve you, and then they'll just throw your money on the till, and you just get grunts. If you're lucky, you get grunts.
What gets me is that I'm hearing foreign languages, and I know they can speak English because I hear them speak English. But when they're amongst their friends, they're speaking foreign language. Now, that's not what I call integration. Nothing at all. I mean, it's very interesting because you can hear certain things. Like, for example, I don't know whether anybody has the technology, but you can listen, and you can hear different languages. And you can tell what it is, where it is and which country it's from. And sometimes the conversations, they're not very polite.
Something's got to be done about this, mate. We've got a demographic problem.
Yes.
And it needs fixing. This is why dickheads like Alex Phillips and all them, who were meant to be patriots, are really not helping.
Yeah, and Charlie Downs is a nice guy. I like him.
And there's been an assault against him, not physical, but by the media, just rounding on him. It's like he's the scapegoat, get rid of him. No.
No, he's a big enough guy. He's got big shoulders.
He has, but he's brave enough to talk about this issue while the rest of them are calling him racist. He's pointed out something. He posted a picture of Farage somewhere.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Well, he was there, wasn't he? So he says he can't be bought. Maybe he should release all the money he's had and all his donations of everyone, and let's see who you bought by. Because you bought by a guy with Bitcoin in another country, so who knows? Bought by Israel. He's allowed to say that America interfere in this, that, and the other, and other people are bought. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
But they go bought by the Jews, so they're just going to lump all the Jews in one thing and then go tropes. It's like, it's not what he insinuated at all.
We need young people. I don't care on which side of the political fence they sit on. We need young people in there, because if we're just getting the same old mix of the same old bunch,
sounds like it.
Nah, it isn't going to work. That's why I understand some of the points that are being made about the Conservatives in reform, because these are people that failed before. So why would you want them in any kind of government?
That's how you know there's never going to be a deal when one side tries to reach out and the other side says, we're not getting rid of the failed Conservatives, get rid of your youngest, most outspoken person who talks about demographic change. That should tell you everything you need to know. They'd rather stick by the people who open the floodgates for our replacement. So,
Well, here's a comment, of Patrick Christie's. And I always like to listen to Patrick Christie's have a go at Andy Burnham. Check this out, Mark.
To be honest with you, he's probably the only one I actually listen to for more than 10 seconds off GB News now, mate.
Yeah, Patrick Christie's.
after the problems they've been having recently, going on and off air like there's no tomorrow, I'm going to give them a year or two and they're gone.
GB News.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here he is.
Good evening. No wonder Andy Burnham's been running away from GB News. We finally got an interview with him today, and he dropped some absolute clangers on illegal immigration. Let's pick apart his interview with our political editor, Christopher Hope.
We're talking to GB News today. Since he became Prime Minister, more than 2,000 migrants have crossed into the UK. That's a cost of millions to our taxpayers to pay for. Yesterday, a boat containing 230 people came across the channel in a 49-foot inflatable. France says there's no limit to the size of boats. What will you do to stop them? How will you change the conversation and show our viewers you can tackle the small boats or the large boats crisis?
Well, I know people will have been worried to see that image yesterday. It shows that the gangs are changing their tactics, but so will we. We will now change our tactics, and we will be relentless in chasing them down.
OK, watch out for that word in the coming days and weeks.
Yeah,
He'll be relentless. Will he? Is he laser focused on it? Let's just see if he actually tells us what the plan is, though. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Christopher Hope asked him if he was going to maybe tackle the French over them just waving the boats through.
Give them more money,
well,
probably.
The deal that we put in place, the payment by results deal, has created a change. There is more law enforcement on the other side of the channel in summer 2026 than there was last summer, and that has led to quite a reduction in the number of crossings.
OK, just hold it there. All right, so no new plan. It's just the current plan. And isn't the British taxpayer just paying the wages for more French police to stand around and do nothing?
Our order is to let them go like that. Your order is to let them go? We just have to say to them, don't do that, it's dangerous.
Don't be bad immigrants.
Yeah. Burnham says that the numbers are down. He might want to be a bit careful about that because the numbers have gone up quite a lot in the last week or so, haven't they? But today, a tiny Welsh village woke up to find that migrants have been moved into brand new houses in what used to be their village hall, just opposite a war memorial.
Piddington.
Yesterday, 2 illegals were sentenced for vile sex offences. One raped a 13-year-old girl. And I'm still not hearing what Andy Burnham says he's actually going to do about this.
There are further things that we are doing, and we will keep going at this issue until we deliver that eradication that people are looking for.
He's going to be relentless. I mean,
eradication. Yeah, if only, mate. Don't tempt me with a good time.
This guy is so full of it. It's just not funny.
You can tell. Like when someone's like, I don't know, is it just me? When someone's sincere, they're looking at you when they're speaking to you. When they're asking him for solutions, he seems to be answering while he's looking around the room, as if he's literally looking for the answers. If you know what I mean. I think he's so far out of his depth, and I'm going to say this: I reckon Keir Starmer was more of a statesman, so to speak, politician than he's ever going to be. And Starmer was bloody awful, John, wasn't he?
I know he was bad news. I mean, definite bad news. But there it is. So as far as I'm concerned, anybody that is voting, these people, you are voting for replacement because they are doing zilch. They're not doing anything. And the reason why they're attacking groups like Reform and Restore, we should have Reformation Man and Restoration Man.
They're attacking them, John, because they've got the answers. But these don't want the answers, do they?
He's forgetting his script.
He is forgetting his script. In fact, I don't even think he's got a script. Hi, Sharon. Thanks for your comments. The thing is, I don't even think he's got a script. I think he's just making this shit up. Look, he's looking around and makes something up. I'll be relentless. The only thing I got from all of what he said during this speech was we all need to take our fair share, and they're not going to stop it.
No.
How about none in and millions out?
Yep, absolutely.
Why not suggest it? Because, well, okay, Reform are sliding back over that way, aren't they, due to Restore? Restore are just not budged and said from the beginning, millions are going. We'll start with certain people, then we'll move to other, then we'll have red lists, and then et cetera, people who don't fit in, who are milking the system, blah, blah, blah. That's a bloody good start.
Yeah.
Millions have got to go, mate, and that's the only answer. And none of these have got it, so none of them are going to fix the problem. They're all donkeys, mate.
Well, there you go. Well, I thank you very much for the comments that you've made. Very astute. Thanks for the people that are commenting in the background there. Thanks for the people that are going to be watching the show tomorrow. And, well, we're going to see you on Friday. And just before we go, okay, regarding these, we've invited them, the Cheshire Freemasons. We've invited the Provincial Grand Master, David Dyson, onto the show to explain why that...
Is he special, is he?
...is like this. And we've invited also the Grand Secretary of the United Grand Lodge of England, Adrian Marsh, to come on the show. And they've got until Friday. After that, we're going to interview them in absentia, and we're going to put questions to them to ask where £2 million has suddenly gone.
It's not like a gotcha thing. You pretty much know what we're going to say. How much money did you spend on all that, and where's it gone?
Yep, that's it. Just, explain it. But don't talk crap like Brexit and COVID. Don't talk that crap, because that ain't going to work. Mark, they sent out letters to all their members, and the first letter was this. The second letter was because of this. Now it's because of something different. Why are you sending out letters now to say that you're going to mark your own homework when originally you could have said we're going to mark our own homework. We're going to find out what it is, and we're going to do our own investigation, until leaving it so long, because this was supposed to be built in 2022. And I would remind Cheshire Police that they went in on Peter Murrell on a sum of £400,000. Peter Murrell of the SNP. We are talking in excess of 2 million. We're also talking about a charity that had to bail out the failed company.
I mean, that smells, doesn't it? Right. I wonder if certain people hadn't been raising this issue, would this have just been swept under, I'd say, the carpet? Swept under a big
without a shadow of a doubt,
tarpaulin sheath, like a big pile of rubble, and then no one would ever know. But then for that to happen, then they would have needed to pull, I don't know, if that cost 2 million, they might need to pull another 2 million from out of someone's arse to actually make something. For
this
people
is
to
our
then
own
go,
homegrown.
nice?
This is our own homegrown massive question, and it also brings into question whether or not you would trust these people with millions of pounds of charity money in another account called the Festival Fund. Why would you trust them if that's what happens after 2 million? Why would anybody trust them?
From what I've seen of the way these people have treated the people who've raised these issues and some other issues, then if I was a Freemason, I would never trust these people in my life and give them another penny.
Yeah.
But if you all want to continue and stick your heads in the sand, or maybe you can just pop it back up and open your eyes and start asking some questions like, where's your money going?
Yeah.
What are your morals and your rules really all about?
Yeah.
Because it's looking like a bit of a load of fake and gay bullshit to me, John, to be honest.
That's your old saying for anything. Well, let's finish on Burnham's cost of living song, and it's from one of our favorite people, and here it is. Here we go. Thank you very much, sir. Great comments. And Sharon Burnett.
Welcome. Sorry,
she passed another comment there. All right.
Go on.
Let's see what she says.
Let's have a look.
Sigh live over a landing flight path, and every Friday for a few months, 9 flights through night. It used to be, well, it must be something to do with something that we just said, but thank you very much, Sharon. Okay. Anyway, here we go.
I think it said, I live over a... Oh, can you stick it back up? Is there any...
Yeah. Here we go.
I live over a landing flight path, and every Friday for a few months, 9 flights through the night. Yeah, because they used to stop them, didn't they, between, 2 and 6 or something like that?
I get it.
I see them as well going over, and I'm thinking, at 4 o'clock in the morning? And we've all got flights at that time, so that was just a load of old nonsense, wasn't it? But good luck trying to get a kip there, Sharon, love. Get yourself some earplugs.
Indeed. Minus 35 dB. That'll help you sleep. It'll also help you damp out anybody snoring as well.
So maybe she's insinuating that there's a lot more flights coming to this country or in and out of the country, isn't there?
Ah,
is that because the population's rising due to immigration? Or is it like the...
it could be Andy Burnham.
Andy Burnham's probably flying another... Like the Afghan thing, remember? Through the dead of night.
Yep.
Maybe that's what she's hinting at. Wouldn't surprise me. There's a lot of other countries out there we probably haven't picked up on that. We've got flown half of them over here. So maybe, what was her name? Sorry,
Sharon.
Maybe Sharon might be onto something there.
Indeed. Well, here it is, Burnham's Cost of Living song, and where it's going. We'll see you on Friday. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Good night,
Jim. Tuning in. Good night. This is like Keir Starmer round 2, this, isn't it?
Oh, I've left my northern throne, number 10 north, so grand, where the heating's always on and the staff all understand the cost of living crisis. I've heard the whispers grow, so I'm touring the whole country in case the numbers show. I jet from London to Manchester.
There you go, Sharon. This is what it is.
No fuss. Why suffer the train when the people need, well, me to discuss? Tell me about your bills, I say, with a concerned little frown, while my carbon footprint alone could heat a small northern town.
British patriots, they're brilliant.
I'm listening hard, I'm feeling your pain. From 30,000 feet in my private plane, the cost of living's shocking, it's really quite severe. But have you seen the budget for number 10 north this year? Oh, the people need answers, so here I am once more, flying first class solidarity from door to door. In the food banks I pose with a carefully furrowed brow. This can't go on, I declare, then check my schedule somehow. Back to the jet by evening, Manchester lights in view. Number 10 north is waiting, the running costs aren't few. The staff, the cars, the offices, the endless photo ops. Someone's got to lead the north while the south just flops. I feel your struggle deeply as I sip my complimentary fizz. The system's broken, I announce from a seat that cost what it is. I'm listening hard, I'm feeling your pain. From 30,000 feet in my private plane, the cost of living's shocking, it's really quite severe. But have you seen the budget for number 10 north this year? Oh, the people need answers, so here I am once more, flying first class solidarity from door to door.